So the purpose of this, you can see right at the very top, it says enrollment procedure, CFX enrollment procedure checklist. So the reason that this has been put together very simply is because the platform is growing so quickly. One of the things that we want to do, we want to preserve the mental health and well-being of every one of the support staff. And we can do that actually very easily by following this checklist. A lot of the support tickets that are coming in are people joining your business but not using your link, somehow finding another link somewhere, people joining your business but setting their BTC somewhere else. In other words, the challenges that we're seeing in support, about 95, 96, 97% of the time are operator error, which probably doesn't surprise any of you. It's a fairly standard thing. But if we can sort of nip some of this in the bud, this is going to make life a lot easier for support. So first of all, we'll start right at the top. We'll blast through this. This is a very short list. You're not using Hotmail email addresses. This is really important. There's a few reasons for this. There's a lot of proprietary activity that goes on regarding Hotmail. And so sometimes people are not getting emails using a Hotmail email address. We recommend, but we're certainly not enforcing, that people just start a brand new Gmail address for their CFX business right when they're enrolling. It takes 30 seconds to do so. Easy thing to do. Second thing, when you're filling out the referral link and all the details, you're filling in your name, your telephone number, your address, etc. What you can do is you can make sure that your sponsor checks their pending box before you send any Bitcoin away, because this way, if you're in their pending box, well, they know for certain that you've used their link. It's a 20 or 30-second check, and it can make a huge difference compared to you having to then set a support ticket in for a move, which takes a lot of time. When you send the package, when you select the trade package that you'd like to have, before sending BTC away, so when I first started getting involved in BTC in 2016, this was the first thing that I was taught by someone else. Anytime I hit the send button, I'm always checking the first 4 digits and the last 4 digits. I'm flicking back and forth on my computer or my phone between the two pages. So I'm going from my BTC wallet to the CFX white live pay box. I'll go back and forth, and I'll check those first 4, and I'll check those last 4 digits. And when I hit send, I can do so with complete confidence, knowing that it's going exactly where it's supposed to go. So this alone is going to save you an awful lot of frustration doing this one thing. You also want to confirm the account is active. Now remember, this could take a little bit of time. There's a process here. So when the BTC first leaves your wallet, it has to, of course, go through the blockchain. And depending on how congested the blockchain is, that could take a little bit of time. And then it goes to our merchant processor, merchant provider, which is LivePay. You can see that the name of that company right on the white box. LivePay needs to forward that to CFX. And that always doesn't happen immediately. Sometimes that takes a little time. So before CFX receives this, there also could be a delay there. So don't fret if this doesn't happen. If it doesn't happen for you instantly, there's a few steps that are taking place. Make sure you set up your 2-factor authentication right away. And by the way, something that friend of Justin Luigi's and a friend of many of yours, Mr. Ron Pope and his team, of course, the payment solution that they're building that will be proprietary to CFX, owned by CFX, is also going to help remove some of the bottlenecks in fixing some of these errors that members make when they're making payments. Because then this is not a third-party product. This is a product that's owned in-house. And so our own teams can access that information rather than only one person from CFX being able to call that third-party company. So you can see that really is going to speed some support issues up. Justin, did you have something you want to add?
No, that's great. I do want to, I see some people in the chat asking about Yahoo, and like John said, where we recommend Gmail, and although the company has restricted further using Hotmail, Ron has shown us that the delivery rate for emails right now is quite high, and that's across the board. That's Yahoo. That could be third party as well, like a Verizon.net or AT&T.net, one of your local carriers. The important thing is to make sure that your members check those spam accounts, and then secondly, the internal system is almost ready to go live, and it will resolve 100% of any of the package delay problems that we've been seeing with, you know, a small percentage of the members.
Indeed. Set up your two-factor right away. That's very self-explanatory. And in fact, there's going to be more and more tutorials in the back office that Ron's team is putting together for you. And then point number 7, join the CFX. So the big banner when you first log into your back office, that's something that Carol from the graphics team designed for us. And you'll notice that there are 3 icons at the bottom of that. One's for Instagram, one's for Twitter, and one is for Facebook. When you join, make sure you click any of those that are appropriate to you. If you're a Facebook user, click the Facebook banner and connect with the official page for CFX. Do the same thing with Instagram. They're putting a lot of time and energy in putting those posts together. Those are great posts for you to repost and share with other people as well.
And I will add one more thing. This is unofficial, but I've heard that if you do have some sort of a support ticket that you felt like maybe hasn't been answered yet, that you can try sending a private message through one of those social medias, and you may even get a response. So
I think it works.
It's kind of like a live chat without an official live chat.
And point number 8, of course, make sure then you load your BTC wallet into the account section of your own back office. So just a couple of really important notes to follow here. Now, we see these things a lot in support tickets. A lot. We see a lot of people making multiple payments to the same address to buy a trade package, sending $200 and then another $100. Mm-hmm. I want you to consider buying a trade package just like buying a vacuum cleaner from Amazon. You wouldn't make a partial payment and then go back and try to complete that payment and expect the transaction to work properly. So treat this the same way. Okay. So if you don't have enough BTC and you need a friend, have the friend send you the BTC and you send the proper amount to CFX. Don't piecemeal it together with multiple payments to the same address. Do not pay for your trade pack. We just finished stating that. Make sure that all wallet and security measures are in place. And then also don't keep passwords, usernames cached or saved on devices. Every single time I log in, when I'm screen sharing, sometimes you guys will see me log in. I'm always entering my password. I'm always entering my username myself. It's not cached to my computer. Just in case I accidentally let someone into my computer, they don't automatically have access to everything else. So some basic common sense things, but if you're not that familiar with computers, then maybe you've never been advised some of those things before. So let's do a quick screen share change. And let's talk a little bit about CFX Success from Home. So the purpose of this site is very simple, and that is for you to have your resource videos available to you all in one location. That's it. It doesn't get any easier than that. So right at the very front of this, on the front page, this is a 90-second video that you've all seen. This is the COVID video that was designed a little while ago by the CFX graphics team, talking about how important it is to have additional income sources, especially in time of crisis when there's so much uncertainty in the world right now. And we're seeing this in our presentations. We're seeing this in the growth of the company. So it's a very strong opening message. It's only 90 seconds long. Below that, this is a product overview. This is 8.5 minutes. So if you add these 2 videos together, the timeline, we're talking about 10 minutes. So when I send this page to someone else, I say, listen, I need a 10-minute favor. That's all I say. Sometimes less is more. And I say, I'm going to call you back in 10 minutes. So not only is my invitation simple, I need a 10-minute favor, but I'm going to call you back in 10 minutes. What does that mean? It means they're going to watch the videos. And when I say I'm going to call you back in 10 minutes, I've got 2 questions for you. So I'm going to call you back in 10 minutes, and I'm going to quiz you to make sure you watch them. So that's all that it really takes. I'm going to have these things all scripted out for you, and you'll be available to download these scripts in PDF form to make it really, really easy to do this. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're sharing CFX is they don't effectively identify what someone's interest level is. So it's really important when you're sharing anything with anyone, especially if it's a network marketing business, do they want to be a customer or do they want to build a business? And a lot of people will accidentally bring customers into their team, not identify that they're customers, and then get upset with them when they don't build. But they haven't done anything wrong. They intended to be customers all along, and you never identified them as customers. So there's a very, very easy way to accomplish something that one may consider advanced sales techniques. And that very easy way is to ask them a couple of questions. The first question is this: what did you like most about the 10 minutes of information? And what did you like least about the 10 minutes of information? And when you ask those two really simple questions, the first thing that you're doing, even if you're a rookie, if you have no experience sharing anything, now what you've managed to do is identify what their motivator is, what their hot button is, what their most interesting element or what they're really looking for is, and you've managed to do it in one question. But you've also identified or been able to identify what any obstacles or hurdles may be for them. What did you like the least? And one of the things that you'll find if you get into the habit of doing this, when they say, well, this is the one thing I didn't like, you're going to find in many cases, it's actually a misunderstanding. What they didn't like is not a fact about the structure of the system. It's them misunderstanding something. And so because you already have some experience, you're already qualified to help them through that obstacle. Because if you don't know, when someone looks at information, if there's an obstacle that they can't overcome, they can't allow themselves to get involved yet, not until that obstacle is removed. And it's a really easy thing to do if you're looking for it. So at this point for me, all I do is I say, so based on the questions you've asked me and the things you've shared, it sounds to me like you have some interest, and you listen. You simply listen and let them talk. And so if you do have some interest, let me ask you this. Do you think which of these scenarios represents you more appropriately? You have a major need financially in your life and you'd like to make money as quickly as possible, or you don't really have any significant needs and making money more slowly, methodically, by letting the platform do its own thing is more appropriate for you? Do you want to make money fast or do you want to make money slow? And then the way they answer that question is going to tell you whether you have someone who wants to build or someone who wants to be a customer. So if I have someone who wants to be a customer, guess what? They never even see video number 3. What's video number 3? It's the rewards plan. Okay, they're just going to be a customer. So we're going to follow the new sign-up procedures that we just went through. It's going to take an extra 3 minutes for me to check my pending team to make sure they used my link correctly and everything is as it should be. But remember, every single time that you're investing an extra minute or two with a new person, you're fast-tracking their learning so that much more quickly they're going to be standing on their own. So investing extra time in people in the beginning when you're building something is the best time to be investing extra time in someone. So if they want to build, if they identify, I'd like to make money quickly, I simply say, listen, I've got one more video. It's 12 minutes long. I'm going to call you back in 12 minutes. That's the end of it. So it's a very, very simple process. But what you've done from walking through this is it's probably taken you a total of maybe 15 minutes to get to this point, and you've identified whether someone's a yes or no. And I'll tell you right now, I welcome either yeses or nos equally. I just want to get a yes or a no. Of course, what you don't want to get is maybes, because maybes take a lot of your time. And you're not going to get maybes if you follow this process. You're going to get yeses and nos. And either one of those is fine. And I'll share one more thing with you just to preserve your mental health. You need to emotionally disconnect from the outcome. So if a good friend of yours said, you know what, this isn't the right time for me, I'm not interested in doing this, there can be no animosity, there can be no frustration, there's no point in that. Remember, all you're looking for is 3 people that say, I want to build fast, I want to make money fast. So that's 3 people that you send this video to that want to move forward. So if you go to the top of this page, then you can see there's a CFX accelerator. You click on that page, and then you've got 2 more videos to watch. This is a new 90-second video, and it introduces you and your friends to a couple of concepts. The idea that there are wealth building principles that some people know and other people don't know, and it makes a huge difference in your results. So for example, anyone who's accomplished any significant wealth creation in their life has used wealth building principles. Whether they would articulate that to you or not is irrelevant. They've used them. In other words, you don't trade units of time for units of money and amass a fortune. It just doesn't happen. So it's escaping that day job rat race. And that's what this video talks about. So we're really talking about adopting some of these basic business building principles, whether you're a rookie or not, to really smashing your business. And then, of course, Waskar and Edwin have created some income calculators. And this gives you a really rough idea of what your 3x3 build can start doing for you. So remember, how do we get to this point? I send friends to CFX Success from Home on the homepage, and I have them just watch 10 minutes of videos. And then I ask them a couple questions. What did you like most? What did you like least? And if there's genuine interest, do you want to make money quickly or do you want to make money slowly? And so the only people that count in the 3x3 build are the people that say, I want to make money fast. What they're saying is, I'm willing to build a team to accelerate my earnings. And so those are the 3 people that we're talking about here. It's a very straightforward process. Now, that means that all your customers that say, I'm happy to make money slowly, well, they're still going to be on your front line of your business. They're just going to go out wide. And you're going to focus on the 3 people that say to you, I want to make money fast. And by doing that, you're not going to create any frustration between you and the people that you care about, people that say they want to be customers, and then you're not going to push them to do something they haven't said they don't want to do. So if you take a look at these calculators, we can zero this, put a 0 in here and calculate. Now remember, this is matrix. So this is a 3x3 build. You can see right down in column number 2, it's exactly the same as the numbers you'd see in your matrix on your PDF, 3, 9, 27, 81, 243, etc. So as I start to fill up each level, you'll see if everyone in my team did a $1,000 withdrawal, how would I earn? There you go. $3 per individual. Why? Because $1,000 is a $200 fee. That's $200. $100, we know 50% of that withdrawal fee goes to your matrix. So $100 into the matrix on a 3% payout level is $3 on level 1. Where does the other $97 go? To the other 9 levels. So this is the great thing about all of our bonuses, whether it's the unilevel or the fast start or the matrix. Every single dollar is accounted for, and it's very easy for you to trace every single dollar. So what happens on my level 5? If I get to 243 people on my level 5, and I build out 3x3x3x3x3, how do you do that? Well, first of all, you find the 3 people that want to work quickly with you. They want to make money fast. And then you shift your focus to helping those 3 people do exactly the same thing. And that's mentioned in the second video. This is a 4-minute video that gives you the basics of how to do this. So you're going to learn first and then teach. Do first and then teach. So you've accomplished what you've accomplished on page number 1, and now you're helping those 3 people share with their 3 friends, which creates 9, and helping them do the same, which creates 27. So it's really about helping develop leadership in your teams. And the testimonies that we heard earlier, we're saying exactly that. Supporting your teams and allowing things to grow exponentially. For those of you who don't know, or if you're new to home-based business, the money in a home-based business, the real significant money comes from leveraging yourself. How do you leverage yourself? You leverage yourself through teaching. So you're leveraging people's time. And that's how you really can unlock the floodgates and earn incredible amounts. So if I look down as I continue to grow my business exponentially, look at some of these incomes. Now, is this a monthly income? No, because we don't know exactly when people are going to withdraw. But this still gives you an idea. Everyone in your team is going to withdraw eventually. So it gives you a sense by level 6, that's a $7,200 paycheck for me. Well, what happens when everyone in my team is starting to do larger withdrawals and now they're withdrawing $2,000? Well, that's a $400 withdrawal fee, $200 of which goes into the matrix. Okay. Now down below is a unilevel calculator, and this is designed exactly the same way. You can see this growing in multiples of 3, 3, 9, 27, 81, etc. But we know in the unilevel, level 1, 2, 3, and 4 are 10% payout levels. Level 5 and 6 are 20%. 7, 8, 9, 10 are 5%. So if we have people join our business on a $300 trade package, there we go. Level 1. 10% of $45. Why $45? A $300 trade package, $90, 30% is Academy, remember? 30%. Now, of the 30%, that's split two ways, 50% fast start. So you're going to receive $45 right away, and $45 goes into the unilevel. What's 10% of $45? $4.5 times 3 people. There it is, all broken down for you. What happens when everyone in my team over the next 6 months, they're all migrating to $5,000 trade packages, which we know is going to happen. We're all seeing it happen. Look at my earnings. So this is the power of this CFX plan, is that not only is your team continuing to grow, but all your existing members are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. They're marching through the trade package ladder from wherever they started on their journey to $100,000. Anything else you want to discuss, guys?
It's amazing. So simple.
It's slick.
So simple. I did
really
a video in the chat there, guys, when we went out to the Netherlands. And John, you may have something newer, but when we went out there, John did a training on that 3x3 build. We captured that on video with some other nuggets. And so I put the link in there, but you guys can go to cfxpowerteamsite.com and click on training, and you'll see all of the trainings there. You'll see the mastermind leadership training, which includes that 3x3 build training. And I know John and the marketing team have some more resources coming out around that, but that is a great way to get started. Great way to introduce the business, and then a great way to visualize what those commissions are going to be. Now, one other thing, I don't know if you touched on this yet, but we have we would like to kind of prepare people. I mean, John, should somebody be taking 100% of their commissions that they earn out and going and spending it?
Well, no, and this is really important for people to understand, is that you need to be setting some of those commissions aside to either upgrade, or if you see your bull getting really high, in some cases, you may choose not to upgrade. You actually may choose to buy the same package over again and push that bull all the way back to 0 and then start moving from there.
So in order to do that, you need to realize that there is, you have to prepare for that ahead of time. What you don't want to do is you don't want to first of all, if you are a bull and you are building the business and the business is moving, you should be logging into your back office every single day, multiple times a day, because that bull percentage is real time. And so as contracts, whether they're new or they're renewals or they're upgrades within your unilevel, those 10 levels, that percentage is real time calculating as those contracts are activated. And so what some people have done is not logged in and got caught where they're bull capped out. And so rather than having the ability to go from, let's say, 7K to 10K for 3,000, having to renew that 7K. John makes a really good point. We can't tell you what is your goal. Your goal might be to go to the 100K package and leverage those discounted upgrades until you get there. Your goal may be to repurchase the same package a couple of times and let your income catch up while you're working on doing that. The important thing is that you keep your eye on the percentage, and you don't just go and blow all of your income, and then because you're going to get to a point where you're going to need to either renew or upgrade. So I got somebody here that says, can we downgrade a pack from 100K to a 50K? Because there's a training product, and because it is, and correct me if I'm wrong, John, but because we're purchasing a product, we cannot go backwards and go down. And so what you can do is you can renew the same contract as many times as you'd like right now, but you cannot purchase one previously below what you're currently on. If I say
you can stay the same place or you can go up. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. A really, really safe model to follow is 10-15% of your monthly gains. You can put that in your jeans and spend that if you're on an aggressive journey up to a $100,000 trade package. I wouldn't take out any more than that. There's more profit in there for you, especially if you're gaining in both bull and bear. But just get in the habit of doing the mathematics yourself. The mathematics are really simple. They're just unfamiliar to you.
Right.